Coming up, my top 10 purchases of 2024, hopefully in around 10 minutes. Let's get started. Hey guys, Matt here from MrLock.com. All these purchases I made in, I think 2024, thereabouts, and I would highly recommend. They've become part of my regular kit bag when taking photographs. Okay, where should we start? Number one is the Hasselblad H3D39. This is a medium format digital camera, costing less than the price of a Leica lens on the used market. I actually pair it with a Hasselblad 100mm 2.2 prime lens, an HC lens, and this gives an absolutely amazing result for portraits. The comments from you guys on Flickr noticeably changed when I started posting photos with this camera compared to, say, my usual Leica cameras. People could see a difference between a medium format larger sensor compared to my standard, say, full frame sensors. So amazing value for money. It is a bigger camera. It is a completely different system. So you're going to need more lenses, etc., etc. But if you're totally stuck in a rut and you're just not feeling it anymore with your existing cameras, maybe check out a medium format Hasselblad. Number two is a small purchase, and it sits between an M lens and a L mount camera. This is a Light Lens Lab M to L helicoid adapter. Being a helicoid adapter, you can move your lens further away from a camera, meaning you can now close focus every M lens, every LTM lens, every, say, Nikon or third-party lens adapted to M mount, and then use any SL camera, any Lumix S5, S5 II. Light Lens Lab close focus adapter, highly recommend, especially if you love using your M mount glass on a SL body. Bonus tip, is particularly useful with vintage lenses that are limited to a close focus distance of 1 meter. Massive difference when it comes to portraits. While I'm holding this setup, subscribe if you want to see the video on the Canon 51.2. I still need to make that video, apologies. Number 3, the Typoc Eureka 50mm f2. Ever since getting this lens, it's pretty much been glued to my Leica M film cameras for the simple reason that it performs f2 and only gets sharper as you stop down. And also it's both lightweight and collapsible. I've got the lightweight version. There is a heavier brass version, and I just absolutely love the weight on my M3, M4P, and now more recently the M8 also. Highly recommend. I can put a link below to all the related videos and product links if you're interested. Number 4, this is a lens I've not yet reviewed, so again, spoiler alert, and subscribe so not to miss it. This is a Leica Summicron 35mm f2 version 3. They come in lots of different versions, and I went for this particular one after testing 1, 2, 3 and 4 because it gives a less digital look for my digital photos, and I love that. I love putting sharp lenses on my film cameras and softer artier lenses on my digital cameras to get that happy medium between not clinical and something hopefully a bit more arty looking. Video to come, highly recommend it. Love the size, love it for walk around. Brilliant lens. Number 5, again an arty lens, and again a fantastic lens. This is of course the Light Lens Lab 50mm f1.2 remake of the Noctilux 1966. One of you guys kindly commented on the 1966 video and said, "Hey Matt, I've tested this against the Leica version and there's literally no difference whatsoever." So if you want to save yourself a huge chunk of money and you want a fast lens with lots and lots of character, I made a video saying this is perhaps my most cinematic lens that I now own. Check out the Light Lens Lab 51.2. Again, link below. I'm not sure how long they're going to make these. I missed the first batch, then luckily they made a second batch, so I snapped one up straight away. They seem almost too good to be true and too difficult to manufacture compared to many other lenses they could be making. Number 6, we're talking about arty lenses. This one is cheap and definitely recommended if you want something more painterly for your camera. I know these words are overused a lot in the photography space, but if you're completely bored with the digital photos from your digital camera, this is the lens to definitely try out. This is the TT Artisan 75 f1.5, a remake of the famous Zeiss Biotar 75 1.5. Biotars are well known amongst classic lens collectors as being one of the most interesting, maybe most painterly optical formulas that you can get from any lens ever made in terms of the optical formula. And the fact that TT Artisan could make one and release it to us at a fraction of the price of the originals is just an absolute gift, I think, especially if you like portraiture, female portraiture, like I do. Highly recommend this lens. It is M42 mount, so you will need to adapt it if you're using an M camera. I would highly recommend using it on an SL or any other mirrorless camera because it isn't rangefinder coupled. Number 7, we've got the Voigtlander Scope R 28 2.8. I rebought this lens in 2024 because I wanted the modern tab version. So I've already got the screw mount version, the LTM, which I use in my screw mount cameras. But I wanted this version because it's lighter and it focuses to 0.5 meters instead of 0.7 meters. And this makes a big difference when you're shooting it on full frame. 0.5 meters just helps so much. Obviously, you're going to need to use your live view to do your focusing. Very good lens, very light lens, sharp modern optics. So it's going to give you a sharper, more modern look for, say, walk around than, say, the Summicron version 3. For that reason, I use it on both film and digital. And yeah, brilliant lens. I love small compact lenses on M cameras for walk around. Number 8 is the Leica M262. Now this camera was completely off my radar until I kind of went right down into the weeds looking for alternatives to my Leica M10, which had gone to Germany at the time, or my M240, which I then sold because I wanted a black camera. I'll let you kind of view the full video on this if you're interested, but for the most part, it would highly suit people that love using the rangefinder for the simple reason that you don't have live view in an M262. The battery lasts forever. It's lighter than an M10. It's way lighter than an M240. It is a brilliant camera for street photography, travel photography, where you just need a camera that goes forever and you just love using the rangefinder. Number 9 is the vintage Leica 3 Model F. Now, I can't seem to find the camera. It must be one of my camera bags somewhere. So I'll bring up some footage to show you. This is a 1930s black paint Leica camera, obviously a film camera, and it just works. I love the fact that it does most of what all the later Leica 3 cameras or do. However, it's in black paint finish, and pair that with a tiny Voigtlander Helia 40mm 2.8 lens, and it's a perfect walk around setup. I've been using that setup maybe the most for all of the cameras that I use as a small travel camera lens combo. Coming at number 10 is a bag, not a camera. This is called an EDC bag from Wotancraft. It fits inside the top compartment of my standard Wotancraft 18-litre backpack, which you probably see in every video. If you've seen my videos before, in the past I used to use a pilot bag, the Wotancraft 3.5-litre pilot bags, in the top compartment of my 18-litre Wotancraft bag. But then they designed this. This is a open top, tiny kind of satchel bag. I absolutely love it because you can just dip in. You can carry 2 M cameras with lenses, or even like a Hasselblad and maybe a tiny camera like a Leica 3 camera. Have it on your side. There's no kind of opening flap, and you just pull out whatever you need. And it's really, really lightweight. So it's probably lighter than a top compartment for a normal backpack. Great to have in the bag all the time. When I'm traveling, I have it inside the bag, and then when I arrive on location, I take it out, start shooting. Highly recommend, especially during the summer or dry weather. I think in the winter months, I'd probably still recommend the pilot bags because they've got a seal top and kind of wet conditions. Bonus number 11, if I had enough fingers, is my Leica watch. You may have seen this in the last video. I call it my Leica watch because it's now my red dot or red Leica dot on my arm. It's made by Nomos. I know it's not camera related, so if you're interested, I can put a link below to the video. Check it out. It's my new addition to my photography setup. Comment below your favorite purchases of 2024. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if not yet subscribed. And as always, a huge thanks to my amazing patrons.